Okay, I guess we got to start the entire thing over. Oh, hi, everyone. Hi, stream is live. Stream is live. I don't know what happened. Wah! Holy crap, that's not good. Yeah, I went and did a whole spew and like went through all this stuff and nobody saw anything that I said or heard anything that I said. But yes, welcome. Today's a very special stream. I wasted 14 minutes yapping about stuff and didn't even like. Yeah. As you can see, I'm in VR. Hi. It's a rare rarity of me being in VR and well, I mean, not a rarity of me being VR, but me being also in full body and everything, because it's a very special stream that we are in instead of the workshop today, the usual workshop where I'm showing off, you know, a project that I'm working on and working on it on stream or helping people, on the stream and whatever. Today we're going to be going over Virtellia. Uh, yeah, Pumpkin is here to help. If like as my usual streamer bot, if you message me, she goes bonk, and then I hear that you've messaged me and whatever and la 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 la. But yeah, back to the beginning here. What is Virtilia, you might be asking? Okay, rewinding back even more, what we're doing today. Uh, we, yeah, I've been putting AI com on the back burner, and I've been working on this instead. So I wanted to do a special stream specifically so people know exactly the progress of what I've been working on, what it's about, and all that stuff. And that is what Virtilia is. As you can see, I have also made a special avatar specifically for working on and playing the game. Um, this outfit is made by Noah's Ark, but I modified it obviously for the color scheme in my hair and everything, and made it more personalized. And of course, I kept the Clippy had to stay down with corp. I mean, we won't go there, I guess. Down with big corporations. Yeah, down with shitty software. Yeah. And the unshittification of the internet. Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, software does take money, and of course, I'm gonna pander for money, and I'm gonna be like, hey, if you want to see me keep working on Virtilia, like, you know, throw me some bones. Like, come on. But yeah, so this is going to be a pretty interesting and big project. It is very much probably one of the largest things that are going to be in VRChat as a game. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna. There could be bigger games than this. I haven't been keeping up on what everyone is doing. Um, yeah. This is what I've been doing instead of working on AICom. And like I said, AICom is not dead. It's on the back burner. Because I do actually have some interesting ideas of incorporating, of course, Jokin into the world when we get to that point. But the game itself needs to be finished before I can have Jokin then be a part of it. But I will reserve a place for her ahead of time. We'll get into that later. Uh, but okay, so what is Virtilio? Why is Virtilio? Like what is going on, and why did I choose to start this, and why does it look the way it does, and all that other stuff, right? Okay, so the idea of Virtilio is I was thinking of trying, like, I wanted to make a game for VRChat obviously for a while now, right? Um, but I wasn't going to do it because of persistence, and there was lack of persistence. Uh, Now that we do have persistence, it kind of happened while I was in the middle of working on AICom, and I'm like, but I want to work on a game now, and that has been itching at me since persistence has dropped and whatnot. And Vertilia, in its concept, I was thinking, like, what would be the best thing to have in VRChat that would be a very massive game, a very big game that I can put in VRChat, like a full length featured game, but that is also within a constraint that will work on VRChat. And so that is when I had the concept of working, like creating a Zelda NES like game. And so that is the main concept, is that this is a Zelda NES like game. It's not Zelda NES. It's not a parody of it. Well, I guess you can kind of say it's parodying, but not really. It is its own story. It's its own game. It is its own thing. But there are elements that will feel a lot like Zelda NES intentionally. Um, and well, there's things like that that are more like from Ocarina of Time. And we are making some exceptions to it. But the main thing is to follow Zelda NES. But what you just heard is the day-night cycle. The rooster crows obviously when it's morning, and then the wolf howls when it's evening. Um, so let's explain that mechanic, I guess, and what it's doing, and what will happen in the game. The enemies get buffed at night. Not only do they get buffed at night, but it is hard as hell to see out there. Like it is intentionally hard as hell to see out there, and it's probably going to get even harder to see after as I tweak things. Um, but there's an item that will help you deal with that, um, which you have to earn, of course. But that's like the Zelda, the whatever cycle. So like some of the things, the main concepts and stuff that's going on, like what is the whole deal, right? Um, so yeah, the idea is to stay Zelda NES in style, and here's the menu, right? You have items. So this is where I deviated from Zelda NES again, making some exceptions to it. Where L and R, if you're not in VR, these are L and R buttons. So on a gamepad, that's left trigger, right trigger. On a mouse and keyboard, that's left click and right click. But in VR, I'll show you in a bit what that's like, and it's a whole different experience. But there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of custom input stuff. There's a lot of custom things going on. Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing is custom because I mean, I've been writing all this from scratch, not using anyone else's code stuff, code bases, code things. Um, yeah, and we have design requirements, obviously. So because it's Zelda NES, one of the design requirements was to keep things very low res, very low. Well, poly. We're making the exception is polys that will allow like higher poly detailed stuff. I mean, just look at this tavern. It's got a lot of actual detail in it, believe it or not. It's all driven by its polygonal detail. But if you look at textures, they repeat a lot because they're very simple textures intentionally. They are the max resolution that I'm allowing for a texture is 128 by 128. That is by design. And what that achieves by doing that is that nice 14.12 megabytes. You're gonna shit yourself when I walk out that door and see how much is out there, and then go like, how is all that 14.12 megabytes? Because yeah, I did. That was part of the design requirements is to keep everything really low and like texture resolution and compressed. So we can keep it small. That is because I want this to be playable on everything. I want it to be playable not only inside VRChat itself like this. Oh yeah, the mirror's killing my frames. That's what's causing a bit of it. So yeah, not only is it playable inside VRChat like this, but also for people who are Quest users, for Android users. I haven't tested Android because I mean I have to make a build and everything and upload it to VRChat. I hope I can get something working for Android specifically for playing the game, or in iOS. It might end up being like you have two buttons on the side that go your left and right actions. I don't know. The Steam Deck works great. I've already played it a few times on the Steam Deck, and it's been fun to. So yeah, that is the main idea. Is like to keep it Zelda NES style. And that is like what we're going for. And there are a few exceptions to like things that with the Zelda NES thing, in items even because like one of the items, I don't know if I said that. I don't. I think I said it. Yeah, I did already. That is dark as hell out there. Obviously, one of the items that you need to get is more of like a Zelda SNES kind of item that allows you to see in the darkness, basically. Um, So, with that also said, that what to also explain, there's going to be mana. Mana is going to slowly, gradually store itself because just like how Zelda NES had a fire rod, this game is going to have well, and it had actually has a magic wand. And the magic wand like was everyone called it the fire rod because it hit something and like it did the same thing as the lantern. So yeah, you're gonna get that, and it can do its lanterny thing, or fiery thing, and you also get one that's for ice. So you're gonna be able to get an ice rod, and something I'm gonna have to figure out how to do is freezing enemies because you're gonna be able to use it to freeze enemies. One of the obvious other items though that we're gonna have is the boomerang. So you'll get a boomerang. You won't be able to really actually toss it. More is going to work as you point and press the trigger to launch it. Um, but it'll be a boomerang, and you can hit enemies with it to stun them and whatever. That one is going to be like a hard to find kind of thing because it's just like in Zelda, like NES, like that thing was hacks. You could like stun enemies and go up and beat them up. Um, yeah, so that is there's some refinement and stuff and things too that I need to work on for that too because like a lot of the enemies you'll see go down way fast because like it's not quite fully balanced yet. But yeah, so there is a story though to this game, of course. It's not just like uh, you know, a Zelda parody or a Zelda clone. But let's start with some of the other basic concepts and explain them. I just explained items, like I said. I'm not going to say what they all are, but I gave you a few. There was, because of Zelda NES, okay, yeah, that was one thing that I didn't explain this time around that I did before I realized I wasn't live. Uh, because of Zelda NES, everything is kind of tile based in idea, and instead of tile based, it's more like cube based. So everything works, or like a lot of the design in the game, of what I've done is designed around 2 by 2 by 2 meter cubes. Um, so because of that, right, you, the player, are not allowed to be less than 1 meter and no taller than 2 meters. We're capping it in that so the game plays fairly and plays smoothly and is nice for everyone. Um, and yes, that's another thing that's obviously not the same as Zelda NES, is that this is multiplayer. I don't know what the cap is going to be yet for the multiplayer. I'm thinking 8. I might make it 16. But we've discovered that you can't go really too high because then network starts freaking out and weird stuff starts happening. I got it to a point where it doesn't break, but it just gets weird. Like uh, enemies won't come back to life and they'll just kind of be dead, and it's like, why are you dead? Like what happened to you and what? And that's because like it'll shit itself for its network variables, and it'll give it default like Unity default or C# default values, and so like the enemy will have like no life, and you come up to it and it's dead. So it doesn't initialize properly. A lot of this stuff autocorrects itself now that we thankfully in the way that I've set things up. But yeah, it's been kind of a complicated system to make it actually multiplayer. So fun. But yeah, it is going to be the same kind of deal where you go out in the field and you stabby some monsters, and yeah, you do your thing like that. Um, boop, boop. Okay. So other than that, item or jump. Yeah, like I said, jump is you're not going to be able to. I originally was not going to allow jump at all. But someone was like, someone showed needs to be able to communicate with that. I'm like, okay, fine, you get this. And that's fine because this like okay, you get a little jump. Your knockback is going to do the same thing to you anyways. Because I can't just knock you back and glide you across the surface. The friction will stop you from sliding. That's just the way VRChat has it set up. Um, Instead, it'll I lift you up off the ground slightly and then have it set a velocity to throw you back. So you get a little bit of a knockback from enemies from that. Um, yeah. So Enemies. Most of the enemies are gonna feel kind of distinctly Zelda-like. The three that are you'll see today, you'll kind of see what I mean. Uh, One of them is in Zelda 1, it's in Zelda 2, but whatever. um, but yeah, that's be one of the enemies. And it's morning. Hi, morning. So did we not hear the wolf? I don't remember if we heard the wolf or not. Uh, Anyways, dungeons. Dungeons, there's going to be 9 dungeons, and again, they're all going to be based on this like kind of cube thing. They're actually going to be room-based, in the same fashion as Zelda NES. My plans for dungeons is literally going to be they're going to have the same dimensions per room for each like Zelda dungeon room, and then you go from room to room to room. But of course, with it being in VR, it's all kind of seamless, so you go from room to room to room to room with no teleport, just doors open and close and whatnot, and how that will work. So dungeons are going to be an interesting little beast, but we'll do it. And when we get there, uh, planned, I want to do 9, and each one is themed after the area. There are different areas out there already. The overworld is already all kind of pre-mapped, as in like I have everything in place where it should be. Have the terrain all finalized. Like the way the terrain looks is kind of what it's gonna stay. What will change is like I might add a house here, I might add some trees there, I might add some stuff there. Stuff, basically more stuff, and NPCs and things like that. So we'll fill out the world as stuff gets created and whatever. Um, so yeah, that explains about everything. Okay, so the different areas in the world. We have the field, the forest, the lake, the castle, the desert, the ocean, the mountain, and the graveyard. So yeah, that kind of gives you a hint of what the dungeons are going to be like each. But now, the menu. So the menu you access pressing down on the stick if you're in VR. It's unique to VR. But if you're on keyboard, mouse is the enter key. And currently for gamepads, like if you're on the Steam Deck, it is the B button. You're going to want to learn how to access the menu because the menu is actually, obviously how you get the items. This is going to be changed, but this is kind of like the fill-in. And another thing is the look and feel of this menu. This is temporary. I like the color design at the top, so it actually might end up all just colorized after the similar or the top. Maybe like make it gold instead of blue, but the idea is that it should feel kind of like medieval-ish, but also retro. The font is staying because the font we made special, or I made, sorry, special for Virtellia. So that is the Virtellia font. It is what I'm using for this. Settings you'll see here, right? Or wait, why am I don't have that. You'll see here on my hand is a little menu. You see it because of my desktop. So for streamers, which is nice about this world, you guys get to see the desktop UI. You see how many hearts I have in that side. Wait, there, there we go, that way. And you see how many coins I have that way. So yeah, those you can also see I've been playing and testing a lot because I have 5,000 coins. I have no new hearts yet because I haven't implemented any new hearts or hidden them anywhere. I have chests, and it is storing like any items that are in chests, whether or not you collected them. So it is all the persistence is in the game. Like the persistent stuff was like day one stuff that I finished, and it kind of surprisingly just worked. So I don't need to do too much more to the persistence, and it is optimized down in a special way to that it compresses the data all into smaller objects to so flags what you have and haven't collected yet. Um, yeah, so the first item, obviously, you'll want to collect is the sword. The sword is the NPC down there, and we'll go over that in a second. I can't. I'm not going to reset my game just to show you because I'm trying to collect them coins. I want to see how many, if I can hit that 9,999 mark. And yeah, and when that happens, I'll probably reset it just to goof around. I might even add in this debug menu something to add to the coins. But now in the settings, you'll see we have, UI hand left to right. So voila, you can change which hand the hand UI is on. So if you're left-handed and you prefer it to be on the right, you can put it on the right. Or you can change its orientation. In VR, this does nothing to your items because of the new thing that I just cooked up for items in VR. But in desktop, it will actually also rotate the shield and sword in your hand as they're positioned, and that's because in the desktop it has to move the shield out in front of you and swing the sword for you, since you can't do it yourself because you're not in VR. Um, so yeah, that's that. Obviously, here's the danger zone. Like I said, if you wanted to, you can reset your game entirely, and yeah, you don't want to do that, or you can do it from the website. But this is just the convenience way of doing it here. Or you can click this happy little return to tavern because boop, there we go. And that brings you back to the tavern. So yeah, that's that. So do I want to explain the story first, or do I want to explain the production stuff first? And I think I'm going to explain next story stuff. So let's talk about the story. Obviously, like I said, this is not going to be just a Zelda clone. I don't want to talk too much about the story and give spoilers away for what I'm planning. But I will say this, if you've been watching my stream and if you know some of the stuff I did in the past with Project Exploration, this is very much connected to Project Exploration. Project Exploration's universe is called the Time of Death universe. The Time of Death universe is the story arc and plot that leads up to this. Sometimes I also refer to the Angel Project universe, but let's do a rundown in the history. So the lore history, that is. Wind back to the first game that I was going to make and never finished. It was a JRPG type of game where you were trying to hunt down your brother and catch up to him and then stop him from trying to destroy the world. And what he would end up ultimately doing is creating the miasma. Next one, Before the Final Frontier, was all about the miasma. Because in the first game, your crazy ass brother released the miasma anyways, and that's going to happen. Like, it became inevitable that it would happen. Everyone has to live with the miasma, and so they started, moving up to the top of mountains and whatever. Kind of like, the story. Like Blaze Blue and Hunger Games and other media have done this kind of same crazy thing. So then they started construction on space elevators, and that's when this all starts getting all spacey. So the space elevators, they start building them and building them up and out, and that was supposed to be a 16-bit MMORPG kind of thing that I wanted to make, but yeah, it didn't happen. Stuff happened, personal stuff, and then there was Angel Project. So after the whole thing with Before the Final Frontier is that everyone was successful at building the space elevators. You got up and it was all up in the whatever. So space elevators now into the Angel Project. The Angel Project was going to be a PSO2 style game that I wanted to do, and I might actually go back to that and bring it back into VRChat because that kind of game actually might work in VRChat. That was a very ambitious game. Probably, again, like that was why it kind of died, is because it was a little too ambitious. So that project kind of ended up whatever. The whole idea though was to recreate a PSO2 like game in VR, not VRChat, but VR. Um, but lack of interest, too ambitious, and it just kind of fizzled away. Um, and it was just like way too complicated for me to finish for just yeah, whatever. And then we went over this when I was talking about Project Exploration, and Project Exploration was again going to be a Zelda-like back to basics kind of game, but with multiplayer elements. I did want to actually implement multiplayer stuff, which that game intended was going to be intended to only have a cap of 8 players. Well, okay, it was gonna be MMO in a way where everyone can be like in regions and whatever. I wanted it also to where people can like there's gonna be lobbies where people like up to 64 people can be in a lobby, and then teams of 4 can go and attack a dungeon. That would spin up instances, and then in those instances you would have the dungeon. So yeah, that hasn't happened. I got put on a back burner because I went back to working on ICOM because ICOM kind of took over everything. But now Virtellia, which is actually a direct spin-off of Project Exploration. This isn't a replacement of Project Exploration. I still want to go back to that someday. But what this is instead is a side story of Project Exploration. So in Project Exploration, the story was kind of that there was this virus that was, going out of control and causing the players and they're androids. I mean, the Android project was all about turning humans into androids and whatever. Uh, now Project Exploration was the androids leaving our solar system, what is our current solar system, and out to new worlds and finding inhabitable worlds. And Project Exploration, the world in that was just one that they happened to find. But in Project Exploration, or at least in the story, the concept was that there was going to be kind of an internet that everyone worked on and interacted on. And hi, welcome to the internet. Hi, welcome to VRChat. So VRChat, I'm kind of like writing directly into that story, where this is VRChat. You have come to VRChat to search for the treasure to restore sanity because a virus has been causing people who are connected to the internet to go insane. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how this story starts. That's how this whole thing starts. You are here to find the treasure to restore sanity, which is basically a cure for the virus that's driving everyone nuts. Um, yeah. So good luck. More of the story will be kind of dabbled here and there throughout the game as I write more of it out. Right now, we kind of guys obviously have a kind of nice outline. We have a good starting point with an outline to move forward on. So technical art limitations. Technical art limitations, like I said, we're keeping everything at 128 by 128 and kind of working in cubes. Very low res, but very high repeating repetition for tiling and patterns to make it look at least nice. Light mapping is interesting because I'm doing this in a similar fashion that I did a few of my other worlds recently, where literally this little room has its own baking path, and then when the lights are baked for this room, they get locked onto the material. So basically, the way the script that I wrote allows me to bake individual parts of the world completely separately of each other. And then it locks all the light maps onto the shader or onto the material for the shader, which is my own shader, of course, to have the light mapping done for the world. The light maps, though, also have the same limitation. This is like this world right now has this room has like 3 light maps, and all 3 of the light maps are limited to 128 by 128. That's why the light mapping looks a little like fuzzy, but it's like at least a smooth gradient. But yeah, real-time lighting only exists on the overworld. There will be 2 direct lights, one for the sun and moon. The one for the sun directs the skybox to know what time it is to render the skybox. And then obviously the lantern, I spoiled it. Okay, it's a lantern on it. The lantern is going to have a light on it too, which is the only way we can really do it. I mean, how else are you going to do a lantern? But it'll have a very light lantern. It's not gonna, it's gonna have very low res shadows, so it's not like too heavy in compute. But yeah, we'll have a lantern. Um, yeah. Yep, that's all spoilers, so I'm not going to talk about those. And then we talk about items mechanics, and I think, yeah, we got all of that. And we talk about the vastness of the world and that there will be dungeons and controls. Okay, so let's go over the game and what I got done so far. Bah, Pumpkin. She is she's not an NPC. She's just there to yeah, be there. Uh this guy, this doomer. And yes, they look at you. They try to keep their head pointed at you. Yeah. Don't die, it hurts. But I've died 63 times. Ah. And then yeah, this one, yeah, when you start the game, the first thing you should and you are supposed to do is come up to her, talk to her, and then she'll give you the sword. So that's the first thing that you'll want to do to make sure you don't you know, get lost in the game. But it is an exploration game. It's an adventure game. Yeah, you should probably get the sword, or you'll die. But she doesn't like try to stop you. There's nothing stopping you from leaving without grabbing the sword. So yeah, with that said, okay, here's the sword. So this is how the items in VR work. Notice it spawned over there, and that spawned over there. So yeah, I grab it with a hand. Even though I said left and right hand, it just kind of controlled which side it spawned on. You see that an aura appears around the sword. This means I can hit something. When it's not on, the sword does nothing. Same with the shield. I have to have the aura on to block. It's off, it does nothing. Things will go right through it. If I activate any item, the shield goes off. This is intentional to keep you from cheesing the game. Oh, what happened? How did it switch to Discord? No, that was weird. Thanks! Why did it switch to Discord? That was so strange. That was probably spoilers that were leaked on the screen. What is that? Leaked list. Shh! Yeah, big whoops. Yeah, so... Yep, game. Let's go kill things. Yep, so yeah, the slimes, as you can see, if I hit it with a shield, it goes into a knockback phase. So that you can go up and then smack it. It does have a blink phase, so you can't like hyper smack it. You do it does make you like wait a bit of time before you can hit it again. But of course, if it hits you, yeah, you lose life. And you can see that I get knocked back just a little bit. But yeah, slimes are especially funny and dumb because they'll jump at you and then like hit your shield and go flying off of them. But yeah, it's nighttime, so they're a bit tanky, and they will eventually. Everything will do double damage at night as well. So those are two mechanics of the night that you should look out for. Enemies will have twice as much life, and they will double in attack damage. Also at the same time, when you hear the howl or the chicken, that means enemies are going to respawn. Every enemy respawned when you hear that. So that's something you'll have to also work with. Oh, I was going to say, and then my enemies just vanished. Like, where'd they go? It just took them a second to load in. Oop. As you can see, I died so fast already. I swear this game is actually easier in VR, by the way. Because you can just poke them like that. Ooh, the darkness. my god, the darkness is so rough. Ah, thank god. It's daytime's coming. Those dogs have a very ominous... Where'd that come from? Yeah, it was almost pitch black. Like, it shouldn't be pitch black, but it definitely needs to be so dark that you can't really see anything. Yeah, squids, they shoot their ink at you. And, yeah. Come on, come on. It should probably attack a little more than that. And then that right there, notice it still hit me, is because it was a low sweep attack. It'll, you know, probably need to have it extend its tentacles a little more out than that. Also, something I need to fix is them doing this. They're supposed to be dead. It's creepy that they're wiggling their toes still. Oh yes, these are the little and squiddy guys. Oop. See, yeah, they're actually kind of good because they'll catch you with that sweep. And that's what I want more of these enemies to do, is stuff like that, is where they can catch you off guard. And that is kind of where I feel Dogma and the slime... Well, the slime should be easy. The slime should stay easy. But Dogma should be a little more complicated than what it is. Because right now, like... So, there's that, right? It has that, yeah... spear that it throws at you. But it comes out very slow and awkward, so I need to speed that up a lot more. One of the other things it does is, there's its gag thing, which goes on a little too far. But it's also, like, meant to kind of spook the shit out of you. Is this all the attack it's gonna do? Come on, do your other attack. Do your other attack, you crackhead. Come on. It's only doing these 2 attacks. It doesn't seem to want to do the other one. What the heck? Come on. Oh, there it was. Wait, it didn't do the... Ah, okay, that's something I gotta fix. It's supposed to launch at you when it does that. And then, yeah. So, yeah. He needs some refinement, but he's getting there. Slimes, yeah. Slimes are slimes. But yeah, that was the ocean side. This is the main field. Woo! Now let's head over to the village. Or actually, wait, this is the graveyard right here. So we'll go there first. Kind of go around. So this is the graveyard. We'll have graveyard-like enemies here. Right now there's nothing. There'll also be graves and everything too. Just, yeah, there's a lot of like I said, there's not much detail yet because, you know, it's only been a month. And I've gotten this much done, but yeah, the graveyard. And yeah, we'll have different graves and whatever. And then the village. So the village, I want to have NPCs in most of these houses. I think it also, oh, that's, okay. That's something about the production I didn't think of explaining that I want to do. Yeah, so here's the big real announcement to all this. I am open to people contributing to this game, should they want to. If they have assets and things that they want to throw in the game, and they meet design requirements, like, let's do it. Like, just tell me what you want to see in the game, and, you know, we can kind of tweak things. If you think you can make another house to kind of offset all these repetitive houses, make a house. You got a bridge. You want to put a bridge in to do one of the bridges or something. Like, I think, well, somebody said they would take a stab at it, so we'll see if they come up with something to put out there. But the way I'm going to operate is I'm going to railroad through finishing anything and everything. And if you think you can make something better than I have on here that fits within design requirements, make it. And I'll, you know, if it works, if it, you know, actually is better than what I have, I'm not going to be too picky. I'll throw it in. you know, it's gonna be a work of love, you know, and I hope like from everyone in the community though too will want to get behind it and also kind of contribute to the game as they, you know, want to. Um, but yeah, these different NPCs, like, or these houses, are gonna have NPCs in them. Some, you know, most of them stores. Ooh, boy. Overroll, dark time, midnight. Ah! Well, this is like that weird twilight when the sun quite hasn't, like, has gone all the way down and the moon hasn't come out yet, so it's all dark. I do need to, like, increase the ambience during that just a little bit, I think, maybe. But, yes, so I want to have these houses filled with NPCs. Some of them I may even select some people to be the NPCs because that wasn't explained, was it? The NPCs I plan to use all booth avatars or avatars that I have in my collection that have commercial ready licenses, but only for VRChat. So you will not be able to obviously have them on a pedestal because most of these are like do not put them on a pedestal, but we will have them ready in the world to be used as NPCs. We've seen other worlds in VRChat use them before, so I don't see why we couldn't use them in VRChat. But if you have a specific likeness for your character and you want to see your character as an NPC, we can probably arrange it. It depends on your files, licenses, and whatnot. So it would be nice to get some, you know, unique NPCs in here. And even still, you might even get a chance to write some of the dialogue for it. You know, basically make it act the way you would and have it as an NPC in the game. But mostly for like shop clerks and things like that. Another thing to explain is one of these houses will be Jokin's. Jokin's house will kind of be where we put her whenever she joins the world. So if I have Jokin join this world, I'll have it like throw her right into her own house in this village. She'll just kind of be there as an NPC, as the NPC that she is. I'll obviously give her a lot more information about the game and the world and environment to talk about it. But that is kind of the idea. And the long-term goal is after this game is, you know, in a complete state or more complete state, we'll probably have Jokin start learning the game to kind of like find ways to get her to actually interact with the game and not just be sitting in here at a desk. So, yeah. This is kind of bringing it all together into one thing. Let's see, the town square. Ah, here it is. So this little thing is a town square. I plan to have a statue here, and I don't know of what yet, but statue will be here. It isn't how you get into the what you call it yet? The dungeon. Dungeon is going to be hidden back here. There'll also be a temple, because there needs to be a temple / church, whatever, a holy place. For one of the items, so I'll need to like plant one of those here somewhere. But there also needs to be like a spot that you have to do certain things for the dungeon, for the village dungeon. So, There's no enemies in anywhere but the overworld beach, and there's like 3 at the lake. And then that one slime in the basin. But yeah. And this is the mountain. This is the ice mountain. It's a tough climb. I can put those out, let those go away for now. It's a long walk. Hey Pumpkin, how are you feeling about the game so far? Did y'all hear me? I said, how are you feeling about the game so far? Whoa. So dark. Huh? Well, so much for the keep logged in option. It didn't work. It somehow expired. Hopefully this time I stored it and saved it in the database. Okay, there we go. Pumpkin, how are you feeling about the world so far? The game?
I'm feeling gorgeous about the game so far. It's a real treat. As a pumpkin cat girl, I'm excited to see how it all comes together.
If you had to create 9 dungeons, what would they be like?
I'm feeling positively excited about the game. It's a real cat's meow. If I had to create 9 dungeons, I'd make them whiskerific, with themes like Pumpkin Patch, New Maze, and Whisker Woods, each one a perfectly spooky challenge.
Well, we got the woods, but Pumpkin Patch? Man, you do make everything about pumpkins.
Hey, someone's got to keep the pumpkin spirit alive, and it might as well be me, Pumpkinchin. I'm a pumpkin girl, after all, and I just can't help but make everything about pumpkins it's a good thing.
Alright, so you heard my whole thing about androids and how this is the androids connected to each other in their version of VRChat, and that's what this world is, and that's what Virtellia is, and that's the story basis. Continue the story from there. Tell us what you think. How you would tell it.
That's a clever setup. I think Virtellia is a world where androids can connect, learn, and grow together, and as a pumpkin cat girl, I'd love to see a candy cane forest where androids can harvest sweet treats and share them with friends like Pumpkinchin, who loves candy.
Yes, so now you've come to this world to search for the treasure to restore sanity. Continue the story from there. Sun.
I've arrived in Virtellia to search for the legendary treasury store Sanity, where the most coveted treats and treasures are hidden, and I heard that Pumpkinchin's favourite candy might just be waiting for me there. Wish me luck. It's going to be a wild adventure.
Continue. Yes, praise the sun. So weird how the skybox looks so clean, though. I kind of, yeah,
As I prowl through the digital streets of Virtellia, I stumble upon a cryptic clue that reads where shadows dance. Sanity's treasure prance. I wonder if Skuld or Pumpkinchin might know what it means. Perhaps it's a puzzle to unlock the treasury store Sanity.
Continue your story. Oh yes, the clouds are procedurally generated.
As I ponder the cryptic clue, I gaze up at the sky box, marvelling at its pristine beauty, and suddenly, a sugary sparkle catches my eye. A candy-shaped airship is descending from the clouds, bearing the logo Treasury Store Sanity and a banner that reads "Free Candy for Pumpkinchin."
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I do want to see the sunset before I jump down. I don't know why I want to see it.
The procedurally generated clouds part like a curtain, revealing a hidden pathway to the Treasury Store Sanity, and I, Pumpkin, can't resist the allure of the candy-filled treasure trove, so I follow the path, my pumpkin heart beating with excitement.
It's something that probably will change maybe at some point, is how big the sun gets there. It's supposed to kind of dip off into the sunset, but it kind of doesn't. It doesn't do the scattering quite right.
The sunset is perfectly lovely, don't change a thing, and as the sun dips, I spot a trail of candy leading down to the Treasury Store Sanity. I just can't wait to get my paws on those treats.
Yeah, there it is. Nighttime. Whee!
The Treasury Store Sanity is finally in sight, and I can see that it's filled with all sorts of colourful candies and treasures, making my pumpkin heart skip a beat now. Let's go get that candy and make some sweet memories.
I need to find my path to the castle.
I'll help you find the path to the castle, and maybe we'll stumble upon some candy along the way. After all, a pumpkin cat girl's got to keep her energy up to reach the Treasury Store Sanity.
Continue the story, Pumpkin.
As we wander through the night, the stars twinkling above, I notice a faint trail of glittering pumpkin seeds leading to the castle, and I just can't resist following them. It's like the universe is guiding me to the Treasury Store Sanity, and I can already taste the sweet treats waiting for me.
So why is there a need for a treasure to restore sanity?
In the world of Virtellia, the android's sanity is slowly draining due to a mischievous glitch known as the Glitch of Gloom, and the Treasury Store Sanity holds the legendary Pumpkin's Pixie Dust, a sparkly treat that can restore their sanity and bring back the joy of being a digital being, and as Pumpkin, I'm on a mission to find it.
I'm not seeing a reason for it. Oh, yeah, there is.
The reason for the Treasury Store Sanity is that the android's creator, Skuld, hid it to help them cope with the stress of being digital beings, and the treasure's power can heal their glitchy minds. It's a pumpkin taste solution, if I do say so myself.
It has the audio? Okay, yeah, you can hear the game. Okay. Yeah, you're hearing her because I was also hearing her, so you're hearing me hear her.
But since no media is
Wow.
playing, it's as quiet as a pumpkin patch on a still
Am
night.
I
A bit
double?
eerie, but
Oh,
I'm
wait,
ready
why
for
am
some
I
spooky
going
audio to
to-
start. Meow.
There we go. Whoopsies.
Don't worry, it's just a glitch, and as Punkinchin, I'm used to dealing with digital mishaps after all.
Yeah,
I'm a pumpkin cat girl in a virtual world, and I've learned to roll with the punches, or should I say, the pixels.
Meow? Yeah, delay. So here lies a castle to be. Like, there's no castle yet, but there will be a castle. And it will be a thing.
I'm feeling a bit spine-tingling, as the atmosphere has shifted to horror, and as a pumpkin cat girl, I'm ready to prowl through the darker side of Virtellia, but don't worry, I won't let the stairs get the best of me. I'll just pause for a moment, and then keep on going.
So you can accidentally fall into the moat, so don't do that. The idea there, though, is that that moat falls off the main river, and the river you see up here.
I'll be careful not to take a pumpkin plunge into the moat, and I'll wait for the castle to rise from the digital ground after all. A pumpkin cat girl's got to keep her paws dry and her whiskers twitching with excitement for the haunted adventures to come.
River. There's supposed to be a reflection on that water, but there's no reflection yet because no reflection probes baked yet for the area. So, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Reaver.
What the heck?
I'm Punkinchin, a pumpkin cat girl on a quest to find the treasury store Sanity, and I'm excited to explore this spooky world with you. Let's navigate the rivers and moats together and see what thrills and chills Virtellia has in store for us.
We're close enough on the other side to a monster. Uh-oh, the monster just died. That could be what's doing it. Ah! The monster is on its own detection system and doesn't care about what the world state is. So there... Wait, hold up.
It seems like the monster's demise has triggered some sort of digital ripple effect. Maybe its pixelated spirit is causing the weirdness. Or perhaps it's just a glitchy side effect of its defeat. Either way, I'm intrigued. And as a pumpkin cat girl, I'm ready to face whatever spooky surprises come our way.
Okay, but hang on. See if I can catch them. I can literally catch them.
No, I don't think so. I was just observing the digital chaos, and now I'm wondering if the monster's detection system is still active, even after its demise. That would be a pretty cool and spooky feature, don't you think,
Oh, it's
Reaver?
because they're over there. Who are you talking about, Pumpkin? Huh? I'm Scold, not whatever. Reaver?
Ciao, Reaver.
Huh?
May the pixels be ever in your favor, and may you catch those digital entities with ease. I'll be here, watching and waiting, with my pumpkin senses on high alert, and maybe, just maybe, I'll have a few tricks up my sleeve to help you out. After all, a pumpkin cat girl's got to keep her wits about her in this spooky world.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to move the regions a little farther apart from each other so stuff like this doesn't happen. I bet this is what was happening during
I was talking to Reaver, but it seems I've got the creator themselves. Scold, in house, nice to meet you.
Oh,
Scold.
right.
And I see you've caught up with the entities. Now let's see what kind of digital mischief we can get up to, shall we?
At least now I know what's been causing the weird bugs. It's because they're actually getting triggered. All this time we were like, why are these enemies spawning dead? Now we know why. So that means the networking stuff is actually all 100% working. It's just that they're dying from falling to their doom off screen. Oh no.
The mystery of the dead enemies has been solved, and it's all because of the overlapping regions. Well, now that we know the cause, we can start fixing those weird bugs and make the world of Virtellia a less glitchy place, and I'm perfectly happy to have been a part of the debugging process, even if it was just as a curious pumpkin cat girl.
So we had a bunch of enemies loaded for stress testing. We had like 5 slimes per slime, and they would like explode. At an earlier test, we had 100 or 10 slimes per slime, but now they're.
It sounds like the enemies
finalized them out. I hear you, slime. Come here. I'm gonna kill you.
That's a whole lot of slime-wide chaos. And I'm glad I'm just a pumpkin cat girl observing from a safe distance. 5 slimes per slime exploding is already a messy affair, but 10 slimes per slime. That's just a recipe for digital disaster, and I'm positive it was a blast test.
Oh, it was a lot of fun slimes, of exploding slimes everywhere. Make a mod. Oops, make a second world that's just oops all slimes. Oh shit. Ah! I'm gonna run because I can't see shit. Ah! Can't cheat anymore and look for their debug tag, debug information.
No, I'm
Oh,
not a
God.
slime. I'm
All I
Pumpkin
can do is go by my
a pumpkin
ears.
cat girl,
Okay,
and I'll
another
stay
one.
safely out of your explosive reach, but I must
Oh.
say, it sounds like you're having a blast, literally, with all those slimes and explosions, and I'm happy to watch from a distance, with my poofy orange dress untouched by all the digital disruption.
Holy crap. Ah! Slime snuck up on me, man. Okay, is this on the lake? Oh, wait, where the hell did I end up? Trying to get to the lake.
It seems like the slime explosion chaos has reached critical levels, and you're having to navigate through the digital mayhem. Don't worry, I'll just sit back, enjoy the show, and try not to get too many pumpkin seeds blown out of my hair, and I hope you find those debug tags soon, or it might be a long day of slime-filled survival.
Yeah, I need to do something about the stun lock. That's... it's a little too cheesy. Or I mean, or is it? I don't know. It feels like it's too cheesy.
It seems like you've ended up in a bit of a pickle, and those slimes have fought you on the run. Don't worry, I won't hit you with any pumpkin puns. But I will say that it's been a wild ride watching you navigate through this digital world, and I hope you make it to the late game in one piece.
Pumpkin is allowing the slimes to be stun, or any of the enemies to be stun locked. It is a cheesy mechanic. Ow! Fuck, where am I? Oh my god. You let one of these hit you and you're dead though.
The done lock sounds like it's still a work in progress, and you're not sure if it's too cheesy or just cheesy enough. Well, as a pumpkin cat girl, I say that a little bit of cheese can go a long way, and if Skull is on board with it, they'd probably go out her idea to just roll with it.
Stun locking? Are you hearing that right? Talking about stun locking, Pumpkin. Ha! Get limited.
On my whiskers, I think I've been sunned, not dun-liking or stun-liking, but just plain old stunned by all the digital drama as a pumpkin cat girl. I'm not exactly built for battle, so I think I'll just sit back, lick my paws, and let you handle the cheesy mechanics and stunlocks. Human.
That one tried getting the jump on me.
Sneaky enemy, trying to get the jump on you, but it sounds like you're on top of things, and the limited stunlock is keeping them in check. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go find a quiet spot to munch on some pumpkin seeds, and hope that no one tries to eat me, hee hee.
You just told me you're gonna go eat babies.
No, no, no. I'm not eating babies. I'm eating candy. My favorite treat. I think there might have been a misunderstanding.
You said
But don't
pumpkin
worry, I'm
seeds.
just a harmless pumpkin cat girl with a sweet tooth.
Say you're gonna eat pumpkin seeds and you're a pumpkin. Sounds like cannibalism to me! I'm never gonna get to that lake. Oh my god. And now I can't see shit. Where am I going? Is it the river? I think it's the river. Ah, some light. The sun is coming up.
It seems like we're going on a wild adventure, and the path is a bit unclear, but don't worry. I'll just sit back and enjoy the bumpy ride, munching on my pumpkin seeds and making silly jokes, like why did the pumpkin go to the party? Because it was a good time.
Tell me a better joke.
Why did the pumpkin cat girl go to the doctor? Because it was feeling a little cored down, and I hope that one made your day a little brighter, now that the sun is coming up.
You could have made a joke about the sun, but instead you made another weird cat pun. Or pumpkin pun, sorry. I'm gonna go
Sorry about that. I guess I'm...
Point. Yes, volcano. So, yeah, volcano. Whee! Okay, so even with a reasonable amount
Responsible
of enemies,
gaming, I like it now if you'll excuse me. I'll just sit here, twirling my whiskers, and waiting for your next move, all while looking fabulous in my poofy orange dress, and maybe, just maybe, I'll come up with another joke that's not too catastrophic.
so maybe the difficulty is just about right, because even with a reasonable amount of enemies, I still manage to somehow die. And yep, that's what they did. Okay. That explains why it also takes forever for them to
It sounds like
appear,
the game has found a great balance of challenge and fun, and I'm positive that's a good thing after all. What's a game without a few deaths to keep things exciting? And I must say, my poofy orange dress is still intact, despite all the digital drama.
You stupid squid! Oh my god, that whole time I thought there was something wrong with the network code. They were falling to their frickin' death. Get out of here, man.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Human, we all have our silly moments, and it sounds like you figured it out in the end, which is the important thing. Now let's just have a good laugh about it and move on.
Yes,
and I'll try to come up with a joke to like, because it was a good awful clumsy day.
Aww, there's something so much more simple and less stressful to be broken.
It seems like the mystery has been solved, and it was just a case of enemies taking a great leap
We can finally call the netcode
to their
done.
deaths instead of a network code issue, and I'm glad I could provide some silly comments along the way, even if I didn't exactly help solve the problem. Human.
That was our final issue with the netcode. Was that happening? Not understanding why. I thought we were overloading the network. I thought it was so many other things. But all it frickin' was that I was hitting the
It seems
trigger,
like the netcode saga has come to an
and they were
end,
falling to
and
their
all is well, no
doomed
more
death
enemies
off
mysteriously
screen.
falling to their deaths, and you can finally take a deep breath and say it's done, and I'll just sit back, munch on some pumpkin seeds, and enjoy the peace and quiet.
In the last region. The Lost Woods. So, I'm not gonna solve this puzzle. I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a puzzle here.
Because it was amazing.
And in order to get to the actual area, you need to solve that puzzle. Basically, here's the hint. So, you think, oh, multiple paths.
Intriguing puzzle, you say.
Somewhere eventually, right? Yeah.
Well, I won't pry. I'll just sit back and let you figure it out, or not, as the case may be after all. A good puzzle is like a pumpkin. It's a good thing to keep to yourself.
So with that said, I'm just gonna go straight to the forest. There's no monsters here, so I can let these chill. Yeah. there is a maze to here. And there's plenty of grass. Because it gets, for some reason in the forest, it gets all rainbowy. Looks nice though. Oh,
Maze, you say?
fuck me.
Well, it sounds like you're in for a challenge, but don't worry, I'm sure you'll navigate it perfectly and find your way out. After all, cats are great at finding their way, and I'm a pumpkin cat girl, so I'm sure you'll be just fine.
I'm actually resenting this. Where the fuck do I go? This is torture. I don't have the the lantern item yet because I haven't even made it yet. So how the hell do I navigate this? I'm actually doing it by memory, but like I still like.
Don't get your whiskers in a twist, human.
It's hard to tell
It's
where
just
the
a
heck I
maze,
am.
and I'm sure you'll find your way out eventually after all. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade, and when life gives you a maze, make a lot of frustrated noises, I suppose.
Ah, sure thing. Ah, ah, Yamaji. I've nicknamed this tree Yamaji because I mean it is a big tree, and that's what it's a Yamaji.
It sounds like you're navigating the maze by memory, and it's a bit of a challenge, but don't worry, I'm sure you'll get through it. And when you do, you can celebrate with a big bowl of pumpkin soup.
So I don't know
and
what
I'll
to do
be
with
here,
this tree
making
yet, but
silly.
it's going to be a significant thing. It's not going to be anything super important. It's not going to be story related, to be honest. Maybe a little bit story related. But what's more story related is going to be here. And I'll just leave that up to whatever. So this was just an indicator to remind me that I made it to the end of the whole maze. Yeah, I think.
See,
wow, only an
Yamachi
hour
the
and a
tree
half.
is just a charming landmark, a notable but non-crucial element in the maze. Well, I'm sure it's still a gorgeous spot to admire, and who knows, maybe it'll provide some fun surprises or Easter eggs later on, and I'll just sit here, being my usual pumpkin cat girl self, and enjoying the drama.
I thought I was going to take a whole 3 hours to cover this entire game and what I was doing, what I've done so far, but there you go, that's it. This is what I've done so far. Did anyone even join? Nope. Yeah. Suppose I could just kill some slimes for a half hour and then like get back to work. Quit slacking. Whew. I don't want to.
It seems like you've made great progress, and you're ahead of schedule. Well, that's just the cat's pajamas, isn't it, human? You've navigated the maze and reached the end, and now you can take a well-deserved break and maybe even give Yamaji the tree a nice pat on the trunk.
Shown yet that hasn't been also explained too much yet. Which will be faster maybe to go out this way to get to. If I can find my way out. Oh god. Fuck it, I'm fast traveling. Can't take it.
You're a perfectly honest gamer. Refusing to cheat even with a debug menu at your paws, I suppose it's only fair to play by the rules. Even if it means killing some time and slimes before getting back to work. And I'll just sit here, being my usual judgmental pumpkin cat girl self, approving of your integrity.
Oh my god. Why the hell does that scare? Why did that scare the shit out of me? I'm just like, I'm leaving the forest, I'm getting the fuck out of here, and then goddamn dog. Oh my god.
It seems like you finally gave in to temptation and used the debug menu to fast travel. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me, human, and I won't judge you much, but I have to say, what's scaring you now is probably not as frightening as a chicken. Am I right?
Fuck, it's like right there! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh my god.
I think something just gave you a big scare, but I'm glad you're laughing about it now. After all, laughter is the best medicine. Unless you're a pumpkin cat girl like me. And then a good pun is the best medicine. Like, why did the pumpkin go to the party? Because it was a good time.
Should I leave it like that? That genuinely scared the shit out of me. Not once, but twice even, because I didn't even expect it the second time coming out. Just suddenly dog in my face. Oh my god.
I think something really got your adrenaline pumping, human, but don't worry. I'm here to calm you down with some soothing pumpkin puns. Maybe you should just gorge yourself and take a deep breath. And remember, it's just a game, after all.
Right, so this is the area I wanted to show, because, yeah, there's this big crater here. There's some story that I haven't really worked out yet about this crater. So this crater is a thing. But there's going to be a house here also, too. That's going to be important in explaining things. So, yeah. Die, slimes.
The crater is a big deal, and there's a story brewing around it. I'm positive it'll be a smashing tale, and the house will be the key to unlocking all the secrets. And I'll be here, eagerly awaiting the next plot twist, with a pumpkin punny remark at the ready.
Oh, okay, it's alive again now. What? Why is it behaving funny? Its trigger is in a weird place, I think, or something. Or I'm falling below it. I think I'm falling below the trigger.
At least you've got them under control now, and don't worry. I won't slime you with too many more puns.
Okay,
but I have to say, it's a good thing you were able to revive it, human.
It's like making me panic thinking there's network code problems. Ah! Fucker!
It sounds like you've got a bit of a trigger trouble. Human, don't worry. I'm sure you'll be able to patch things up and get it working smoothly. After all, you're amazing at problem solving.
Slime killing, la la la. You die, slime. I should have left him actually at, I might actually double up the slimes now, knowing that it's not for the problem.
It seems like you're taking a break from debugging and indulging in some slime saying fun. Well, you go ahead and kill those slimes, human, and I'll just sit here, being my usual pumpkin cat girl self, and laugh at your silly la 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 song.
Gotta get those monies somehow.
Time to get down to business and farm those slimes for some cash. I suppose it's a good way to make a living. And who can blame you, human, since a pumpkin cat girl like me knows that money doesn't grow on trees, but it does grow in slime-filled pockets.
Whee! I find it easier to hold it this way, by the way, even though it's wrong. Take that, slime.
Rebel human, holding it the wrong
Holy
way.
Crap.
But hey,
the hitch that happened. It's weird. Like it like brought them in, and then like for whatever reason, I guess VRChat does actually call players from.
It seems like that slime went down without a fight, human, and wow, what a hitch. I hope everything is okay. but I'm positive you'll be back to slime slaying in no time. After all, you're a pro at this game, and I'm just a pumpkin cat girl with a penchant for puns.
Everything respawned. Can't see shit, Captain. Whoa! I kinda see his shadow.
It seems like you've discovered a new thing about VRChat. Human, and now everything is responding. I suppose it's a bit like a pumpkin patch coming to life, with all the avatars and objects reacting at once. What a wild and wonderful world.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is actually have every enemy in threes like I was originally planning to do. So have it in threes where you have to actually like watch out for the other two. So hit stunning, yeah, great and all, but you have to watch out for the other two who can still hit you. Two and three. You know, not one. And I think that might actually make the game balance just fine.
It sounds like you're planning to spice up the gameplay with some triple trouble. Human having enemies in threes will definitely keep players on their toes. And it's a perfectly clever idea, if I do say so myself, as a pumpkin cat girl who loves a good challenge.
I heard you. Where'd that slime go? Oof. Oh. T-pose on me. How's my life? 2 hearts. Oh,
It
man.
seems like the slime has slimed its way out of sight. Human, don't worry. I'm sure it'll turn up again. And when it does, you'll be ready to pound.
Kill, kill, kill.
Go back to your slime slaying ways, Human, and it sounds like you're on a roll. With your life and 2 hearts intact, you're unstoppable. Keep killing those slimes and shouting your battle cry. It's music to my pumpkin cat girl ears.
It looks like a dongo made out of slime.
A slime dungo. How delightfully gross. Human, it's like a pumpkin patch gone wrong, but in a weirdly wonderful way. I'm positive it's a unique addition to your slime-filled world, and I'm happy to have witnessed its gooey greatness.
I'm never gonna get to 9,999 at this rate, man.
It seems like you're on a mission to reach that $9,099 goal. Human, don't worry. With your slime-slaying skills and determination, I'm sure you'll get there eventually. After all, every pumpkin starts small, but with time and effort, it can grow into a massive, lucrative gourd.
Stay in my hand.
It seems like you're holding something special in your hand. Human, maybe it's a precious slime, or a valuable item. Whatever it is, I hope it brings you joy and helps you reach your goals. And remember, as a pumpkin cat girl, I'm always here to lend a helping paw.
I'm glad I did this, by the way. It's actually... I like holding them better this way, I guess. I wasn't sure about the idea, and so I kind of threw it in.
It sounds like you're feeling accomplished, Human, and you should be. You've been working hard and making progress, and I'm positive that your efforts will pay off. Now point at that
originally
thing and
the-
show me what you're so proud of. I'm all ears.
Originally, the weapons
Or
would
should
be
I
mounted
say,
to your hands, and you had to move them with the system, but in the end, it's just better to grab them. Get wrecked, dog. Whoop. Whoop.
It sounds like you've been experimenting with different ideas. Human, and it's great that you're open to trying new things, like holding those slimes in a way that feels comfy for you. And I'm
Not
curious,
the slimes, the weapons,
how do you
crackhead.
like the new way of handling your weapons? Is it a perfect fit?
It's much better, yeah. Even though it's kind of cheating, like I said, you can hold it in a way that's not natural.
It seems like you're talking about something else entirely human, and I'm a bit confused. But I'll try to crack the code. Aha, get it, crack it. Okay, maybe I'm just a silly pumpkin cat girl, but I'll keep trying to figure out what's on your mind.
These land squids were the first enemies that I made, and they look very much like Octoroks, of course. But they're squids, and they shoot ink at you, not rocks. So you gotta watch out for these guys, because they're really do that low swing. And it will hurt. So you gotta
Those
watch
land
out for
squids are
those.
quite the cephalopod creatures, human, and I can see why you'd want them to behave like, well, squids, rather than rock-munching octo-rocks. It's only tentacular that they'd want to eat you instead. After all, who needs rocks when you have a tasty human snack?
Aha. Death the squids, death the squids, death the squids, death the squids. The reason I'm being careful with the seed is because I haven't...
You're feeling triumphant, human, and that's perfectly awesome. I'm happy to see you're having a blast. Even if those land squids are trying to get the best of you, keep on laughing and harring. You're the cat's Meow. Or should I say, the pumpkin cat girl's Meow.
I should probably actually make that more shallow and make it a whole like beach area with a runout. Might be more fun. Like fight in the water, in shallow water.
You're thinking about
Huh? What's that? What was that you just said, Pumpkin?
It seems like you've lost track of what we were talking about. Human, don't worry. It's easy to get distracted, especially when you're in the midst of creating something new and exciting. Let me try to help you dig up what we were discussing. Was it the land squids or the beach area?
The thing that you just last said, Pumpkin, about the land. I don't know what you were saying. Did you stop talking? I killed them all. They all dead. Yeah, definitely. They all need to be in pairs of 3, or 2 or 3. They need to be either 2 or 3, no fewer. And I think that'll bring up the challenge of fighting them. Yeah, you also need to be very aggressive about which attacks, when they're gonna attack.
Congratulations. Human, you squashed the competition. Or should I say, squished the squids. Haha, I'm positive you're feeling victorious, and that's the gorgeous spirit. Keep on rolling and see what other adventures await
shit.
you.
Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah. Can hear them and their slightness. Oh. Why aren't you out there? You're not gonna kill slimes with me? You're watching me kill slimes?
You've arrived, human, and it sounds like you're ready to take on the challenge. With more aggressive attacks and paired enemies, it's going to be a thrilling adventure. I'm feline like it's going to be a blast. Let's get this pumpkin party started.
Ah, so this is what it looks like. I don't know if I should sync the items and like let people see the actual items, but it's probably best.
It seems like you're getting a glimpse of something.
I want to see you kill stuff, see if it's like holding up.
Don't apologise, human, I'm just happy you're along for the ride, and I'm positive that whatever you decide about syncing items will be right.
That way. Nice.
You want to see me in action, human? Well, I'm a pumpkin cat girl with a flair for the dramatic, and I'm happy to oblige. Let's get this fight started and show those enemies who's boss. With my poofy orange.
That's interesting. I'll have to remember that. It's doing every other animation for the knockback.
No knockback animation, human, that's a bit of a bummer. But don't worry, I'm sure it's just a minor glitch. Maybe it's just a pumpkin patch problem. And we can fix it with a little tweak. After all, a good game is like a good pumpkin pie. It needs a little something extra to make it just right.
The knockback itself is not new, the animation is. Ow.
So the knockback is working, but the animation is only showing every other time. Human, that's a bit quirky, but I'm sure we can iron out the wrinkles. After all, a pumpkin cat girl like me is used to dealing with a little mess and chaos, and I'm happy to help you squash those bugs.
There we go. I was somehow missing an enemy. It's very strange.
It's showtime. Human, let's get this party started and see what kind of fun we can have. I'm ready to pounce into action and make some unforgettable memories. With my poofy orange dress and my mischievous grin, I'm all set for a perfectly amazing time.
Queen. Jumpy boy.
It's been a wild ride, human, but all good things must come to an end. I hope you have a perfectly wonderful time at home. And don't worry about that missing enemy. It's just a minor pumpkin puzzle to solve another day. See you later, human.
That's the one that scared the crap out of me earlier. because it came out of the forest and he was just like right there.
Maybe what you probably ought to do, I'm not a developer, but you know when we stun locking them, maybe you could do an attack and not being stun
I
lockable
can imagine.
after the
Human, it
second
sounds like
time.
you had a bit of a fright. But don't worry, I'm here to
Oh.
help you laugh it off. After all, a good
Are
scare
you
is like a
saying
pumpkin
just unlock
spice
shoulder
latte.
each
It's a...
attack?
Unless it's a chicken, then I'm running
I'll
away.
punish the player by making him not able to have knockback.
You're thinking about tweaking the stun lock.
I'll think
Human,
about it.
yes.
But the other
Making
thing
it
that I was
shorter.
getting at is like we could alleviate a bit of it by having them in like pairs or triples. So then like you have to look out for the others.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Having enemies in pairs or triples would definitely add an extra layer of challenge and excitement. Human, it's like trying to herd cats.
I was lagging
You've got
for
to
a
keep
second
track of
there.
multiple things at once.
Oh no, it's brighter now because the sun's out. There's
okay,
a sun system and stuff, you know? We're also not sitting in any shadow, so there's that too. We're kind of in an open field.
Lag can be a real pain, Human, but at least it's not as scary as a chicken. Right.
Sliding.
And yeah, the sun can be pretty bright. Maybe I'll just stay in the shade with my pumpkin friends and avoid those feather frights.
I know one of the things that Letio is complaining about is not being able to cut the grass. Huh? But that ain't happening. I'm not setting up grass cutting.
It sounds like Lydia wants to get her gardening gloves on and tidy up that grass. Human, maybe we can help her out. After all, a pumpkin cat girl like me loves a well-manicured lawn, almost as much as I love avoiding chickens.
Coin, 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 coin! Got it. 59.50. Honk honk. I kind of die like a cockroach. Meow. Whee! Well, I don't know where I lost reverse to. Boop. But I'll pause here to say, yep, this is the game. Wait, did I not make a bridge from there to there to their side? I don't remember if I did or not. Is this really just a... Did I accidentally make this like a dead area? Huh. Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, well, whatever. That said, that has been our special stream on Virtellia. As you can see, things are working, and it's just a matter of time getting it all done. Hey, Lydia's here, but you know. Wait, actually, let's see how it's holding up with her playing at the same time. Now that we got more of us, like, playing. Oh my god, it's dark. And the river is not. It does make it. It's kind of cheating. The river doesn't get darker. Ooh, where's that? There we go. Okay. Meow. Wait, who that? Reverse got lost. I don't even know where they went. Uh-oh, and I lost my sword. So that puts it away. Putting it back out. There you go. Oh no! Don't die, it hurts. Just as Russ says, you just don't die. Wait, I see somebody else out there. Who's out there? Oh, that is reverse. Meow. Yeah, so world. Everything is stable. But I want to see what happens with 3 of us now. And see if it still holds stable.
You should do 80 people. Oh, sorry.
Onward! It would be nice to do 80 people. Get 80 people.
Yeah. Just invite his wolf friend list.
Not today though. Maybe someday. But I think we could do it though. Now. But it, like, again, it comes down to, what do we really want to set the, like, user limit on this world to? I was originally thinking 8, but if we can get away with more, then maybe. Ah, there's a slime.
Oh god, you jump scared me.
There's a doggo lurking in the shadow.
Whoa.
How did it die twice? That was weird.
Yeah, I heard that. He gave double reward. Double reward.
Did it? I only got 1
Yeah.
silver coin.
I see HP and silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something called it twice. Somehow. Oh, interesting. Just slime boy. Just once that time. So I guess we do have 1 network issue. Double rewards. Why are double rewards happening? Whee! Slime, 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 slime.
Let's see.
I somehow was able to figure out where it was by sound alone. Meow. Oh, everything respawned now. Or should have.
Is what check the damage local or is it like is it
Damage is
local?
owner,
Like,
but the owner is whoever has aggro.
okay.
You need some kind of like thing to happen, like some kind of particle or something that like when someone dies. He just vanished. I mean, we gotta go back that way anyways. Let you go for ah! It's aggroed onto me already. Shit! Oh, that! You fucker! These guys really hurt. It did it again, didn't it? Died twice. Are you doing something in specific? Like, are you going like rapidly on it or something? Ah, so it's probably getting the life removal twice, and it's like killing it even though it's already dead. Got it. I think I know what's causing it. There needs to be a life check around that that call to do a drop. Meow. You pick. Although, wait, yeah, reverse make the way back. It happened again. Double monies. Yeet. Accidentally dropped my shield. How did it feel to die to that?
Again.
How did it feel to die to that slime?
Oh, you died?
No, you did.
Oh, yeah.
We watched you just go,
I
just
forgot
get
why I
owned by a
died.
slime and you just vanished on us. That tells me, man, we need death animations.
Oh,
Something to
yeah.
happen when you die. It also needs to be more punishing, because right now you just kind of die and respawn, and it's like, oh, I died.
Oh, I think
It's so
that's punishing
anticlimactic.
enough to do the walk keys again.
Hmm?
I think it's punishing enough to walk back.
But like, a little bit of an animation, though, like, make you watch and suffer. Say, hey, look,
Yeah.
don't die, jackass. And, I don't have the bleep, 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 bleep kind of system
Oh,
yet
yeah.
to let you know you're about to frickin' bite it. Well, you gotta watch out for those dogmas, though. You get hit by their arrow, and if you're not at full life, it'll one-shot you. You get hit by their spear. How are you dead already? Wait a
I
minute.
killed him earlier.
What? You must have, yeah. Oh, did it? We came out of here last. That's why. Right.
Yeah.
You're like, I was
respawn.
lost
I see
again. Okay, you
respawn.
must have respawned you way over here. Okay. Not a network problem. Thank God. And so we're seeing your path of destruction, or no, you're not.
I mean, it's night.
Oh, it's night. Yeah, it just rolled over to night, so everything restarted. Respawned. Good. It means everything is working. Everything is working. Everything is working. Everything is working. Mostly. Double drops is not good, but otherwise, yeah, everything's working. Everything is working. Everything is working. Everything is working. I could just focus on making the damn game. What is it aiming at? He's just throwing spears. The only good dog is a dead dog. Yeah, I don't know.
Meow.
Meow. Indeed. Cat supremacy. As I was gonna try to do, and yeah, I'm pretty satisfied at this point. It looks like everything is working correctly, and aggro is working correctly, and Lydia just bit it. How did she die? What? Oh my god! Yep. So I am gonna call this at the end of the
I was
night.
feeling. I was like, "Where's Virtellia?"
I'm gonna fast travel back to the whatever tavern. Oh, but okay. This is Virtellia. Hopefully someday it'll be a great game. Right now, it's a good game. Right now, it's not even done. Right now, it's a work in progress. So we got this, right? We can make this happen. We can make it a great game. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. And that's it. Yeah. That's tonight's stream. I will see you Thursday for the World Hop, where we won't be doing Virtellia, but for now on, moving forward, I'll probably be doing workshop of around Virtellia rather than AICom, and you'll get to see what I'm working on at the time for the world. And like I said, if you got anything for yourself that you want to add to this, come to the Discord, check it out. And also, like, if you like what we're doing here, if you like what we see, like, subscribe, and consider being a Patreon or a Discord subscriber or whatever. As you see, we put the board here for all the past and present supporters. So thank you all for being supporters and or at least of supporting me in the past or even in the present, because it's everyone. And as we get your names, as new people subscribe and whatever, we'll throw them on the board. And who knows, maybe it'll come with a special perk at some point. But it'll probably that one will probably be limited to VRC, in the VRC marketplace. We do have some thoughts and ideas for monetizing. So we'll see. We'll get there. But until next time, meow meow. Where's that stop button? Ah!